Hallelujah. Where did I find that at? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Hey, Pam. Praying for you, sister. All right. Okay. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, Pamela, Tina, Derek, what's up? Even Marlon, what's up, bro? I saw your text, by the way. I was in a fire yesterday. Not literal fire, but Mondays and Tuesdays are rough. All right. Let's jump in. We are on. Why aren't you focused? Act right. Whatever. I don't control everything. Look blurred at me. All right, let's jump. Let's ride. We're on page 40. We are on page 40. So it reads. Page 40. This section is called help. Yesterday, I dealt with oftentimes our insecurities, fears, doubts on asking for help. They say the toughest things to do is ask for help, forgiveness, and saying I'm sorry. So Jomo Cousins Gmail, just my name at Gmail, Nicole. All right, so it reads, yesterday we did Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, there's nothing to fear, for I am with you. Do not look around in terror or be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen and harden you to difficulties. Yes, I will help you. Yes, I will hold you up and retain you with my righteous right hand of rightness and justice. I need help. Is a statement that most people hesitate to use, mainly out of fear for appearing to be weak or unqualified. I believe that it takes strength to ask for help because you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. He who does not ask for help cannot grow. So you are limiting your growth because you cannot ask for help. I remember teachers would often say there's no dumb question. And of course, we kind of think it's a joke, but you have to get past that because ignorance is not a blessing. Ignorance is not a blessing. So I have to be mindful that if I don't understand something, I have to get help. I have to get help. I have to get help. You know, this is a sad story, but true. I was, when I had my Benz at an S500 silver, it's a nice driving car too. But anyway, I was having tire issues. So I knew a gentleman who had some rims that he didn't want anymore. So I said, okay, cool. They were spinners. In my haste and lack of knowledge, I put them on my car. The rear tires or rims were a greater height than the front tires. What do you mean, Pastor? I put the front on the back and the back on the front. So, and I didn't take it to a shop because I could do it myself. So after I put the rims on the car, the front of the car was like this and the back was like that, like a lowrider. So I obviously realized I did something wrong. So as soon as I saw it, I jacked each rim up and I reversed it. Okay. Now it looked better. But I did not know how to do the spinner thing, right? So then I take it for a ride. And as I hit the brakes, the spinners come off the car and start rolling down the street, spinning. So at the end of the day, I had to take all them things off and go back to where I started. Now, if I'd have went to one of my guys that I have now and got help, he would have told me in the beginning, this ain't gonna work. But I know it all. Have you ever had a situation in your life where you could do things, you thought you could do it by yourself, and it was not your area of specialty, and you just messed it up? Let me give you another. I it was one Christmas time, and I told myself that I could. I'm a basketball player. Excuse me. I was a pretty good basketball player. Okay. So when my son said he wanted a basketball hoop for Christmas, my wife said that you're gonna have somebody come put it together. Psst, why would I do that? I'm a basketball player. It can't be that hard to put together a basketball hoop. You know what I'm saying? This little base, you put the pole up and you put the rim on top of it. This ain't deep. So when I was about to finish the project, I realized the rim is backwards. Why, Jomo? Because I didn't read the instructions, because I don't need no help. So after that last time, I told myself, I said, Jomo, what are you doing? Read the instructions. Last night, my wife wants to put this thing on the wall, but the wall is concrete outside. So I said, this ain't gonna be that deep. So I tried to put a hammer into the concrete. Now I know I have a concrete screw, but it's just not working. And I said, Jomo, what are you doing? Have you ever stopped and ask yourself, what are you doing? This is not your lane. Lord Jesus. But I'm gonna go to Home Depot today. I'm gonna get me some help. Understanding that you will never accomplish your goals in life without the help of others is a huge part of growing. You got to grow. We need role models and mentors to guide us through the maze we call life. Two things I think all of us need to have in our life: a model and a mentor. Eminem, a model and a mentor. All of us need a model and a mentor. What's a model? A model is something you can look at and get perspective. A mentor is someone who can speak into your life that's ahead of you. A model and a mentor. Eminem, a model and a mentor. Because there are some lessons you don't have to learn. You could watch. Meaning you don't have to go through everything to learn. The best experience you can have is someone else's experience. You don't have to go through some of the pain that other people went through. They already went through the pain. Talk to them about it. Ask them questions. What happened to you? How did you get here? What didn't you do right? So I was talking to some Charmaine and I. Charmaine we bought a franchise and we're working on it, right? And so I was speaking to one of the drivers, and I asked them a question. I said, what would you do different? What have you learned from doing this? Now, technically, I'm on a higher level than he is, but he's been doing his business longer than I. So I was like, if you could tell somebody anything, what would it be? What have you learned from this? What would you do differently? Why? Why should I allow somebody on my squad to suffer something they don't have to suffer, or learn something they don't have to learn, if we could just ask a question and not be embarrassed? What would you do different? Yeah. So here's some scriptures I want to give y'all today, and I'm gonna get out your way. Okay. Proverbs 11:14. It reads. Well, let me finish reading this. Many fools try to do it on their own, but wise people seek counsel. Why live it when you can read it? That's good. Getting help accelerates your growth. Proverbs 11:14 says this. Without direction, people lose their way. The more wise counsel you follow, the better your chances. Everyone should have an accountant, a lawyer, a financial planner. Listen, it's hard out here. You need to have somebody you can call. You know, I was working on a project and I sent it to my lawyer. He said, don't sign nothing. And most of my mistakes is when I went solo. Just trying to help somebody. Let me give you 3 scriptures and get out your way. Proverbs 15:22. By the way, am I the only one who did something without getting any wisdom or counsel and you wish you'd have never done that? All right. Proverbs 15:22 reads, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. So success is often attached to getting the right people on your bus. Proverbs 20:18. Proverbs 20:18. It reads, set plans by consultation. Wage war under sound guidance. I repeat, Proverbs 20:18. Set plans by consultation and wage war under sound guidance. Yeah. You got to have some thought process before you make your move. Proverbs 24:6. Proverbs 24:6 reads, only with sound guidance should you wage war. Victory lies in a multitude of counselors. Proverbs 24:6. Only with sound guidance should you wage war, and victory lies in a multitude of counselors. So recently, I had we had some weird things happening. Okay, so many of y'all know that my wife's Instagram was hacked, and it keeps getting hacked, and it's a madness, right? So I said, man, you try to figure out things, and I said, for a second, my flesh wanted to do some fleshly things. I said, let me process this. So I called my lawyer. He says, Jomo, it's a waste of time. You're above it. It's funny how you talk to me. You're above it. I remember when my mother passed away, this guy knocked on my door and says, listen, will you sign over your mother's paperwork and I'll give you $1,000 or something like that. And so I called my lawyer. I said, what's this about? He said, Jomo, don't touch it. You're above it. He says, you're too big for this. I said, Meaning sometimes your counselors can help you from making poor choices. Or let that go. Don't even fight that, Jomo. Let that go. It's not worth your time. He said, I have to do all the lawyer fees. Don't even worry about it. Just take it out. When we were doing our last construction project, and a contractor, the company we rented equipment from, one of the subcontractors didn't pay them, so they were coming after me and my wife. And I said, man, what do we do? He said, I'll settle with them and work out a payment plan. See, I didn't know that. So there's some things in life you don't have to go through. Perfect example. I'm gonna close with this. Y'all remember when this is embarrassing, but y'all, I keep it 100. Y'all know last year, July, I got caught with a gun in the airport. Hey, transparency. So I had my 45 in my front pocket with hollow point tip. So man, when I got into the airport, man, they stopped the machine, and the police came and got your brother. And my wife was like, "What's going to happen? Are you going to jail?" I didn't know. So anyway, they sent me a fine. By God's grace, I didn't get arrested. By God's grace, we made our flight. It's a lot of grace on my life. Let's put it there. I was wrong. And so I'm at a meeting. I told my pastor friend what happened to me. And I said I had to pay $3,000. He said, "You paid the fine?" I said, "Well, I thought I had to pay the fine." He said, "No, you have to pay the fine." What? I didn't have to pay the fine? He said, "No, I didn't pay the fine." I said, "What? He says, "I just waited for them to call me and tell them I didn't have it." I said, "I didn't know I could do that." Now, I don't plan on doing it again. He said, "Man, I got caught twice and I just paid the fine. They reduced it to $700 now." I didn't know that. Now, that may not work for everybody. He happened to know the mayor of the city and the police chief of the city where it happened. I know the sheriff of Hillsborough County, but I didn't know the police chief. That's who's over the airport. So I didn't have the hookup. But now I know. He says, if you don't pay, they call you and tell you, what can you do? And you can negotiate. I said, I just don't like negotiating with the government. I don't know about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to negotiate with anybody who could put me in prison. You feel me? What you want? Tell me what you want. We gonna make this easy. But I laughed, and he said, "Man, no, you don't have to do that." But again, I did not have understanding, so I paid, and I'm thankful. Praise the Lord. But anyway, my point to you is, oftentimes we will go through certain things that we don't have to go through because we don't get understanding. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you better get wisdom and understanding in this life. Wisdom is how to apply godly principles to your situation. Knowledge is a collection of information. Understanding is what to do with the information. Wisdom is how you apply it in a season. All right. That's my word. I love you. Have a great day. God bless. Godspeed. See you when I see you. I love you to life. God bless you. If you need a book, go to the website, jomocousins.com, and you can order your book. I love you. God bless you. Have a great day. Remember, team, together, everyone accomplishes more. I love you. Bye-bye.